You were on the outside looking in the last time the University of Hawaii installed the run and shoot, right?
Yes.
You're watching it closely.
Very much.
You know how important the receivers play a role in that. And so, as you see your group and your unit, how much, how excited are you that this is the group that gets to put the run and shoot back into the University of Hawaii system?
Uh, it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun to watch Ashley Lilly, Greg Salas, Chad Owens come back, get involved, and then understand and know the language and give them some nuggets. So it's been really fun because you feel some ownership, not only in the group, but the alumni, giving back to these guys and helping them to bring back the success that we all expect for University of Hawaii football.
Those guys that you mentioned, all-time greats, all-Americans, and so you don't want to put that on your young group of receivers. But with that being said, do you see any traits that this group possess, mindset-wise, even the way that they go about their business, that you can relate to?
That's why we brought them in. We brought them in because they shared qualities and attributes of those players. But that's also why we wanted the alumni to come back so that they can see what they can attain if they stick to the coaching points and they adhere to some of those things. And that's what's been really fun, is seeing those lights come on and them slowly come along, because it's not easy, right? It's easy to sit there and talk about, but in full speed you're making these decisions, and it's very different than the general playbook. And so it's been really, I think, Coach Chang and getting the alumni involved has been good for both sides.
And Chucky, what part of his game you think translates better to this offense than maybe last year?
Him and many others, it's being able to learn how to take what's being given, right? And so I don't want to give away too much. I'd hate for Vanderbilt to have any feel for it, but I do know this much, that you can't just tee off on specific tendencies or anything that maybe gives ordinary playbooks away.
And you mentioned having the alums come in and kind of help out with this group, but just within the group, you got two guys in Kawali and Jonah who played in the run and shoot in high school. How have they been, just kind of from a day to day to help some of the other guys kind of get accustomed to this offense and this scheme?
Instrumental in everything that we do. They're the prototype. They're the model in a lot of the simple movements that come, because some of it's a little bit different than what's being taught out there, and so they've been excellent. And then they love those guys. I think just 1 year of being around one another helps build relationships and comfort. That they have fun. They sit next to each other in lunch and laugh, and some of those relationships have been established where the trust is there now, where they love going to call and saying, hey, what did you see here that brought you back to this?
And you talk about, not just talking about it, but actually going on doing it. Talk about going up against the defense now here in camp, and they're not a quiet group. The defense isn't a quiet group. Talk about having that competition.
Not quiet at all.
Yeah. Talk about having that competition.
Even in Southern Utah in 2018, he hasn't changed one bit.
But just talk about that competition and going up against this defense here in camp.
It's been great. You get a guy like Cam Stone as an addition. You have a guy like Verdell. That's a very unique frame that you're not going to face. I don't think we faced a Win Out West team that had a guy like Verdell. And then you get the experience of Peter Manuma and Meki Pei, who played a lot of snaps, flying around, and then the young guys that are now getting into this. The challenge, I think, is a very, very high level on a day-to-day basis. And so we've had a lot of good battles, right? I think the other day they got the best of us, and we get back in the film room. We're gonna grind through how we make those adjustments and get better. But it's been really, really fun. Isn't it fun listening to Logan? Don't you like that?
Good, man.
Awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.